Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Oriel Morrison-Higgins and I'm joined today by Stan Wholley, the Managing Director and CEO of CGN Resources. Stan, welcome. Great to have you with us today.
Great to talk, Oriel.
So exciting times, Stan. Your Maiden drilling program is about to start this weekend, in fact, at Leonora. Can you give us a bit of an update?
Yeah, 100%. Look, we've been working on this, aggregating this package of ground for a little bit over a year through sort of strategic pegging. Probably another large catalyst was the recent acquisition from Petronas Resources of their Desdemona project, which pretty much gives us a district scale land position in and around Leonora. And it's quite a strategic position. It's sort of tucked between Genesis's Gwalia and Ulysses mine, and also between their Gwalia and the Vault ground up to the north, which, as you would have seen in the news just recently, those two are trying to tie up. So it pretty much leaves us as the only independent large package of highly prospective gold ground around that Leonora district. So we're really excited to get out there and start testing that. And, it's always the same for everyone. You've got to go out, you've got to do the compliance work, the heritage work, the sort of environmental work before you can get on the ground. And we've done all that in, I think, pretty quick time, given how long it can take some others. So we're now in a position to get out there and test some of our high priority targets.
That address that you've just describing must give you some confidence, Stan, though, sitting between Genesis and Vault.
Yeah, look, that belt of ground is hugely endowed with gold. Depends where you sort of want to draw the boundaries around these things. But if you sort of say the Leonora Laverton belt, it's 85 million ounces of gold, but 8 million ounces of that is at Gwalia, which is less than a kilometre from the northern boundary of our Panhandle project. Ulysses has, I think, a little bit over 2 million ounces now, and that's just south of our tenure at Panhandle, and Vault with 4 million and growing ounces just off our northern boundary. It's hugely endowed with gold, and like within our ground, obviously it's a somewhat mature district, and we've got lots of gold in drilling hits, some of which have been followed up and some of them haven't been over time. A lot of people were looking for different styles of mineralisation. A lot of the work was done through the 90s when a gold price was $250 to $400 an ounce, looking for shallow oxide gold. With the gold price where it is, it gives us an opportunity to chase more sort of primary gold mineralisation in settings that we think are appropriate. And so we've got a really good mix, I think, of testing some historic targets which have been left behind, and we've used that data and gathered some new data in geophysics to generate some new greenfield targets, which I think are equally exciting in this neck of the woods because they've never been tested with drilling, and they have all the elements you want: good structure, good geology, good location. So we're very excited to get out there and test all of them with the drill rig.
Well, it is maiden drilling, isn't it, Stan? As we've been talking about, you're going from concept to drilling for the first time. What's the journey look like to get here?
Look, we, as a company, we put high value on doing good geoscience. I think it's easy enough to sort of pick up an old project and drill underneath stuff that's been done before. That is one way you can do geology and have success. Ours is more about saying, look, where is the right ingredients for making a discovery? So you want the right rocks, you want good structure, you want demonstrated fertility. And so we hunted around before we sort of landed on Leonora, looking for all of those things. And we got an initial package which we liked, and then we've just grown it and grown it and grown it. And in that same time, like, fortunately, there's a lot of historic data that you can capture, and we've just done that, somewhat laborious grunt work around getting all that data into a database and then interrogating it in light of modern thinking, and that's generated actually like heaps of targets, but you sort of have to pick the ones that you want to drill and that you are able to drill from a heritage standpoint, from an access standpoint. So with this first round of drilling, we've got about 4,000 metres up for grabs, and we're going to test stuff in Christmas Well primarily. But that leaves us with a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about over the rest of the year down around Panhandle as that comes online. We've only really just got our hand on that about, I don't know, probably less than a month ago. So we've still got a little bit of work to do down there on heritage and environment and access.
So, how quickly are we likely to be talking to you again, Stan? When do you think your results are going to start to filter through?
Look, we'll be drilling hopefully this Friday. The drilling I don't think will be super challenging. We, being just outside of Leonora, we're like 10 k's from Leonora. The main road pretty much goes through our project, the Goldfields Highway. So if we get anything of interest, I'll be trucking it straight to the lab, even if I have to drive up there myself and collect it. And bringing it down to the lab. And so, we'll be doing that. I'd like to think maybe as little as a month away, we might have our first results trickling in. And, then sort of every week or so, I'd like to think we'll be having another round of assays to report. So I think it's a pretty catalyst-rich sort of environment from a month to 2 months from here. And if we find something, we're happy to push ahead and really start, punching into it because we've done a bit of work on the heritage side. So we've got some additional holes we can drill with ease in and around our key targets. So yeah, hopefully a month away and then for the rest of the year.
Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to talking to you again very soon, Stan, even if it is on the road. Well, you're you're hauling your drill results.
Well, I am probably going to head up there next week to just have a look. So if there's something exciting, yeah, let's get in contact and I'll give you the skinny from the ground.
Fabulous. Sounds good. Well, Stan, thank you so much for your time today. Look forward to chatting again then.
Thanks, Ariel.